Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg. You guys know how much I have talked about 90 Day Fiancé. I feel like I should be getting a weekly paycheck from the show because I've insisted that you guys watch the show because it's just so freaking good. So anytime I get a part of the crew cast on the show, I'm more than happy. And I got them right now, Elizabeth and Andrei from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Sundays at 8 o'clock on TLC. Hey, Elizabeth and Andrei, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, guys. Congratulations on your baby girl.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How old is she now?
She's 3 months.
I'm actually holding her right now.
She's here with us, so she might make a peep or two.
Oh, my God, that's so sweet. I mean, what is it like being new parents? Because, sometimes it can be really difficult on a relationship. How have you guys been handling it?
It's crazy. I mean, we're definitely learning more about parenting and co-parenting and who says goes, but it's so much fun. I mean, it's honestly a privilege, and we really love being her mommy and daddy, and she's so sweet. So we're having fun.
Andrei, are you on diaper duty at all?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, he is.
Okay, good. So you're not afraid.
Actually, I think that actually having a child, it's strengthens the relationship between couples.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's a hard period of time when you have a newborn and you have to take care of it, and sleepless nights.
Sleepless nights, exactly, which is why it causes more strain sometimes on a relationship. But you guys seem to be handling it okay.
Yeah. Well, it was hard at first because his dad was actually here visiting, and he was helping us, and it was a lot.
Elizabeth, has your family been helping you with the baby?
A little bit. I mean, my mom comes over sometimes, but honestly, Eleanor is super, she's super aware of her surroundings, and she only likes certain people. It's really weird. And when my mom holds her, she cries. And I kind of feel bad. She needs to spend more time with her. But, I mean, we do it with much.
I think for her age, she's very alert, and she knows who is who, and she's only getting used to us. And when somebody else is holding her, where is not looking at her properly, she's gonna start.
She really likes my sister Jen, but Andrei isn't. They're not on the best terms, so she sees her whenever he's not here.
You guys, how difficult is it to have family drama when you guys just want to live happily ever after?
It's really difficult. Yeah, I wish everybody would just get along.
You know what, though? I think
the fact is, when you have big families, and it's a lot of members, you will always get
there's a lot of
a percentage of drama, and of relationship that goes ups and downs. That's what it is. That's a lot of opinions and a lot of people getting inside your life, and that's how it goes.
100%. And, we all remember the moment that you confronted Elizabeth's dad on the show and was like, listen, back off, buddy. And I know a lot of people appreciated that you were able to get in there and stick up for yourself. So where do you stand right now? Because I know the big controversy with your family was that, he's not working yet. Were you able to get a job yet or not yet?
It's going ups and downs, we're fighting sometimes, or not speaking for a month, and after this, we're saying hi, and it goes not very smoothly like how I would think, but it should be. I didn't expect this, but it is what it is. About jobs and stuff, it's happening, sometimes.
I mean, you do get a paycheck from the show, I would imagine, so that is some income coming in, right?
Well, that's between us and the show, and and we're not very
vocal about that.
A lot of attention, but we're not going to talk about that.
I totally understand. I just want to make sure. I was trying to figure out. I know how expensive it is to have a baby. And so does everyone listening. Where do you get money from? Are you working, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I am. I'm a property manager. I work. My dad owns a real estate company, and I work for him. So I work from home, so that's easier with a baby. But, I'm the main breadwinner right now.
We're not complaining. That's what we're going to say.
And you guys are planning on getting married again? Is that right?
Yeah, we are. We're planning our second wedding in Moldova, and we're planning her baptism also.
That's very important in my culture.
I'm sure. And Andrei, is this so your family can enjoy the wedding? Is that the main purpose besides the baptism?
Yes. That's very important for me. Like, I care about my family a lot. Like, that's the main thing that we live for. It's like our families. And I just wanted to make them happy too, because they didn't have the possibility to attend this one because it was fast. But I'm going to make sure, like, we're going to have a second one for the ones that are there. And if somebody wants to attend from here, obviously they're invited.
Of course. And are you guys friends with anyone else on the cast of 90 Day Fiancé?
I talked to Chantel a little bit and Nicole.
Oh my God!
And
Chantel.
David and Annie.
David and Annie! Oh my God! They crack me up. Annie's really come out of her shell, hasn't she?
She really has.
They're funny. They're funny.
Super funny.
Is she still living in a firehouse or no? She got moved to a storage shed or something, right?
Yeah, it's like a storage unit, I think. Yeah, I think they still live there.
I don't know where they're living, but they're funny people. They have nice personality.
They're great, very down to earth. I think they're in Thailand right now, actually.
Oh my God! Hopefully he's paid off that dowry. I'm talking to Elizabeth and Andrei from 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after. Do you guys ever get involved in any of the social media drama that goes on between some of the cast members, or do you try to stay away from that?
No, we try to stay out of that. I mean, we don't really know anybody on a level like that to like talk shit, so we try to keep our peace. I mean,
but you don't even try to defend anybody? You stay out of even defending anyone?
Not really. I mean, if somebody tries to say something to us, then we'll defend ourselves, but we don't know anybody well enough to, like, be buddy-buddy with.
Honestly, they don't have anything to say about us. That's one.
Yeah, they can't say anything because we're normal.
And second of all, we're not going to go on that level to go online and talk about, talk about things when nobody is going to say anything in your face.
I know.
Nobody's going to say anything in reality.
Right. We'll say it in your face. We're not going to reply to a comment on a photo.
And then, do you ever worry, Elizabeth, about girls sliding into Andrei's DMs? I mean, especially now that he's working out and showing off his awesome figure. I mean, there's some crazy ass bitches I know on social media that don't care if someone's married or happy, for that matter.
Honestly, lately people are categorizing me as a little bit chubby, I would say, and I'm not really impressed about that.
To answer your question, I have thought about that, but I'm like, no, he doesn't really care, and he's not really like a big Instagram person. So if somebody did reply to him and like say something, he would just tell me, and we would laugh about it. So.
That's so funny. Now, Andrei, you felt a little bit of fat shaming from getting pregnancy weight, which I thought was kind of funny that you got.
He's not fat.
Well, if you can, I would say this: if as a man that I am and I weigh 250 pounds, and you can run 2 miles in 11 minutes, how I do it, and you can do 30 pull-ups, I would say I wish everybody would be fat like me, but I don't think I'm fat.
Like, he's tall, so, I think it makes up for it. He's 6'4", so it's like,
I
not,
never thought,
short. So.
Yeah, I really honestly never thought you had a problem. But when I saw, you posting pictures and stuff, I'm like, oh, I wonder if anyone's saying anything that made you want to go out.
I got affected. And I was feeling a little bit.
And we know TV adds 10 pounds.
I love it. You got affected, so you hit the gym.
Yeah.
I want to bring up Elizabeth, because this is something that a lot of people can appreciate because they go through it themselves, is having sisters that just get involved too much. And for some reason, on all of these shows, including The Bachelor, when they go home for their home dates, the sister or sisters are always putting their 2 cents in and being like the evil stepsisters of like Cinderella. Where do you stand with your relationship with them?
Me or Elizabeth?
No, she's asking me. So I mean, I definitely tell them to just, be quiet sometimes and to just, keep the peace and mind their business. But I think it's just inevitable. That's just, the nature of it. They're always going to give us their 2 cents and give unwanted advice. But, I mean, honestly, at this point, I've gotten used to it. So
I think that Elizabeth has a very, very strong bond with her sisters.
Yeah.
And that's why that she shares any details what's happening between me and her. That's what the problem is.
That too. I might share a little too much
they talk
information.
every day, and they just like constantly like texting, and that's a problem because they know everything.
But that's what sisters do. I mean, that's what that's what they're here for.
You're
but
right.
like the scene that was in the first episode that just premiered a few weeks ago about the boundaries, like that was 100%. Like I was like really pushing that because I mean every family needs boundaries. Like it's needed. It's something that you absolutely have to have. And they just like were not having it. Like they were like, what does that word even mean? Like what's boundaries? But I mean you need it, especially in a new relationship, because it can affect you.
100%. And there was I remember when you guys first came on the scene, there was the big controversy was when you used the word submissive. That, you know, Andrei is used to the female being submissive. So just expand a little bit more.
Way.
Tell me.
I mean, like, for us, like, we're very, very traditional, and we see things kind of like, I guess, the old-fashioned way it would be seen now in the modern day. But just, like, your man being the head of household, and, like, if you're both on the same page, but if he says something, like you're agreeing with him and you're accepting him as that man role. And it's not like you're like a battered woman by any means, but you look to them for guidance and direction. And honestly, it makes it easier for me because I don't have to think.
But do you ever feel like, you know, if there's a decision being made that you're really passionate about and Andrei's like, no, this is it. You're going to.
Oh, absolutely. No, all the time. I'm like, no. Like,
Hold on.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm pretty headstrong, and if he wants to do something, I'm like, no. Like, I'll stand my ground. If I want to do something a certain way, and he's like saying no, like we'll get into a huge fight about it.
I'm gonna
win.
No,
you don't. And it's not about winning. That's your first mistake. It's not winning.
It's all about me winning. That's it.
Oh my God, you're funny. You guys, what's been the hardest thing? What part has been the most difficult about being new parents? Besides the obvious, besides no sleep, but like, where are you guys like, God, this is hard?
I think like maybe the cultural difference thing, just that I've seen that come into play a lot lately. Like him, for instance, like, you know, just something as small as like not strapping her in when he walks away to go to the bathroom. Like you have to do that. Like there's certain safety things. Like for me as a mom, like it just makes me cringe, and I'm worried all the time and I freak out because he's more like, you know, lackadaisical. So I'm just like, I think just him being more like chill, and I'm just like the worried like postpartum mom over here.
I would say you know, like having a newborn just only makes you stronger in a couple, because it's a very hard time.
It does.
You have to complement each other's wishes. You have to understand, you know, like the new person that comes into your life, and you know, like to adapt to this environment. So it's only strengthens a relationship.
But like for an example, in Moldova, where he's from, like when you're in the car, you don't need to put a car seat in the car. Like you can put the baby in your lap and call it a day and like drive around with. Yeah, so it's like it's more relaxed, and like I don't know if like the laws haven't gotten over there yet, but just things like that. I'm like, no, you can't do that. Like it's not Moldova.
Many countries in Italy they do the same.
Yeah, maybe.
It's the same thing.
Oh my God, Elizabeth. When you go over there for the wedding, I can only imagine when the baby comes over there, you're going to be freaking out.
They're gonna think I'm like anal with like what I'm gonna come over with, like a car seat and everything.
You guys thinking about baby number 2 in the future?
Honestly, like we always talked about having like a fairly significant large family, like maybe 4, but after having her, just knowing like what the work is, like you never know until you actually go through it.
That's right.
And I'm just like, okay, I need like 5 years.
I'm going to say this, we're aiming for quality, not for quantity. That's what it is.
We wouldn't. Stupid.
That's smart, though.
you like indirectly saying something about my family being large?
No, I'm just saying that like it's now a need in a lot of kids when you have to pay attention to a couple and to make them raise right.
It's true. We want to give her quality time and make sure that she's established before we have pop out a bunch of babies. But definitely we are considering more kids for sure in the future.
And then do you guys still make sure that there's you time? Because I know sometimes as new mothers, we tend to we perseverate on our babies, of course, because we're so protective. But do you guys make you time?
I definitely, I'll go to the gym and stuff, or go get my nails done, and that's kind of my time away. Granted, it's only a few hours, but that seems like a century when you're dealing with a baby, so...
It's only just the beginning.
I think you need that or you'll go insane. It's
getting better because soon she's going to start eating adult food, and that's when I'm going to step, completely into the game, and I'm just going to, I'm going to have time with her, and Elizabeth is not going to be needed here.
And then, so Andrei, in case, people are listening, what do you want to do, job-wise, in case there's a good job quest opportunity? Is there something you want to do in the future when you do get a job?
I have millions of ideas that come from my mind, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be successful in 5 years, but people don't achieve here in 40, what do
you want to do? Make a shout out right now. Get yourself a job.
Yeah, make a shout out.
I'm going to say this. Money for me doesn't stink. I'm going to make something, but, I'm going to make money enough, for me to live and to get rich. And, it doesn't matter what it's going to be. I'm just going to make it happen. So I'm just, considering a couple of ideas at this point, and I'm going to make it happen.
I want to know what's on your vision board, though. Do you want to be a fireman? Do you want to be a trainer?
I just want to do construction.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim for an industry, but will never die. So I'm just gonna do probably constructions, but I need some capital at this point. So I'm just gonna see what I can get, and after this I'm gonna step into the business. Yeah,
I totally get that. So what can we look forward to you guys in this season?
You'll see a lot more family drama for sure. That seems to be never ending for some reason. We'll see a little bit of Andrei's family and what else, baby?
The most precious moment.
You'll see me sticking up for myself and not being as submissive.
And his family gets along with you, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I mean, they don't speak English. His brother speaks English, but his parents don't. So you'll see me speaking more Romanian and learning that and going through all of that. So
isn't that scary, though? Then you're like, is he talking behind my back right now? I can't tell.
I know. I literally have just I have to really, really, really pay attention when they're talking because I'm they could totally be talking shit about me right now.
That's why.
That stupid American girl, blah, blah, blah.
No, that's not the case. We're not that kind of people. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach my child a couple of languages, so I'm going to keep secrets.
No, you're not. That's awful.
I'm going to keep secrets behind you.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious. You're going to teach your daughter different languages so you can talk smack behind her back.
It's awful parenting.
I know a couple of languages, so, you're not going to be able to do it, all of it. So
Romanian, I'll understand, but if you do Russian, then I won't understand that.
You guys are funny. Well, you sound like you guys are doing great, and I'm really, really rooting for you and happy for you, and I can't wait to watch you on the rest of the season. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Sundays at 8 o'clock on TLC. Elizabeth, Andrei, I hope you guys come back and keep me updated.
Thank you, Jenny. Thanks for having us.
Much love. Congratulations, guys. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Jenny McCarthy Show. Oh!